Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Bitcoin. So we have a price prediction in place for Bitcoin already, but we have updates for really what's going on with Bitcoin, and we're going to be talking about those price predictions for June, July, and 2021. With the market up 2.4% in the last 24 hours, and Bitcoin actually up 4% in the last 24 hours, there's a lot to really kind of talk about and deep dive into. So if you guys want to learn more about Bitcoin as well as altcoins in general, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So one thing we have in common with Bitcoin as well as so many other altcoins right now is you can see on the edge of pretty much every coin, you're seeing a massive rise. So let's just compare Cardano and Bitcoin right now. For example, you're seeing a massive push from about 12:05 p.m. to 12:20. And if we go to Bitcoin, it's the same thing, 12:05 to about 12:20. Besides, Bitcoin is continuing on. So there's some coins that are struggling a little bit harder after that push, but some are just, absolutely booming. So Ethereum, for example, we had a great push from that 12:05 p.m. onward, and we're still pushing up to about $2,400. So like I said, some great things taking place across the market right now. We'll see if this continues on. A lot of people are going to be excited if we can actually push Bitcoin above that $40,000 mark. Obviously, this could just be another hint of volatility, but anytime you see across the market a lot of movement just like this all at the same time, if you can, I'm assuming you guys can all see this. I can zoom in a little bit for you, but you should be able to see that pretty much all the price charts have moved quite a bit in the last 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours or whatever. We're seeing some great movement across pretty much, like I said, every single coin. So Bitcoin is going to be one example of a lot of different things taking place just recently. So before we jump into Bitcoin price predictions and talking about really some articles that explain what's going on with Bitcoin, we're going to talk quickly about this giveaway I'm doing. So I just want to give you guys all the opportunity. You guys have probably heard it a couple times if you guys are subscribed to the channel by now, so sorry about that, but I do want to give everyone a fair chance. So if we're doing this kind of giveaway, so it'll actually be worth 1K of Jax tokens as well as 1K worth of same coin tokens. So there will be 2 lucky winners. All you have to do is retweet this tweet and follow me on Twitter, and it ends July 10th, 2021. So definitely take advantage of this giveaway. Follow me on Twitter. It's going to be linked in the description below, so you can definitely jump in and take advantage. But the first article we're going to take a look at is Bitcoin just got its first makeover in 4 years, which will help it compete with Ethereum. So the first Bitcoin upgrade in 4 years has just been approved by miners around the world. It's called Taproot, and it's due to the effect in November. Take effect in November. The upgrade will mean greater transaction privacy and efficiency, and crucially, it will unlock the potential for smart contracts, a key feature of its blockchain technology. So this is a huge, huge deal. I don't think anyone really understood how big of a deal this was, and I think really this is going to change the game for Bitcoin. I think we're going to see a lot of people understand that Bitcoin's not just a useless coin anymore. That's just, by the way, quote unquote, because that's what a lot of people say is Bitcoin's a useless coin. I always thought it obviously held value, but realistically, it was pretty expensive for the functionality of it, and I think realistically this is definitely going to help that case for it. A lot of people talking about Ethereum, how it could pass Bitcoin. I think this will definitely make Bitcoin hold its value much longer than maybe prior to this upgrade. So they talk about what's changing. So obviously Bitcoin's makeover has to do with digital signatures, which you can think of as the fingerprint really an individual leaves on every transaction they make. So right now the cryptocurrency uses something called the elliptic curve digital signature algorithm, which is created from the private key, which controls a Bitcoin wallet and ensures that Bitcoin can really only spend the only be spent by the rightful owner. So Taproot will switch over to something known as Scanner or Scone. I'm not actually too positive on this one. Scanner. I'm not sure how to say that one, but whatever this is, signature. So with essentially making multi-signature transactions unreadable, according to Alejandro, vice president at Hong Kong headquartered major mining pool pull-in. So this is definitely a good change in the right direction. Let me know how you guys pronounce this. You guys are so good at pronouncing everything. It seems like every time I pronounce something wrong, you guys call me out anyway. So I call myself out anymore just to help you guys out on that part. So we also see why the wait. So though the Bitcoin community has agreed to the upgrade, the rollout itself won't happen until probably November. A lot of testing ahead of time will reduce the likelihood of something going wrong during an upgrade, which is definitely a good thing. I think this is the right way to do it. One interesting thing to think about is, November will probably be right in the dead center of hopefully the bull run part 2, or maybe even start bull run part 2. So realistically, this is definitely good for everyone holding for the long term. If we can get that bull run continue to really push in that November month, we are going to see some great things taking place with Bitcoin Taproot upgrade. So we're not going to talk much more about this article. I want to jump into the next one. This one talks more about the New York crypto mining bill dying in assembly after passing state senate. So state legislators in New York have failed to pass an environmentally friendly, or environmental protection bill that would have clamped down on new and expanding Bitcoin mining operations. So obviously this is good for Bitcoin to really get past or kind of skip over this bill, because this bill was pretty unbelievable. We won't talk too much into detail on it, but the original bill proposed in the New York State legislature by Senator Kevin S. Parker, Brooklyn, would have enacted a freeze on new mining endeavors in accordance with the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act of 2019. A modified version passed the state Senate earlier this week, so we'll continue to see if they actually get those passed. Depending on the bill, this is definitely a bad thing for Bitcoin if it does pass. Things can change pretty quickly, so we'll see what the modified bill does. I'm not even sure what the modified bill is. I would have to look into it, but honestly, it's looking good for Bitcoin just with that Bitcoin Taproot. And this not passing was definitely a good thing. We'll continue to see if this passes. Obviously, the more bare bones it is, the better chance it has to pass, as more people will be, less inclined to deny it. So taking a look at the next one, here's why cryptocurrency crashes on weekends. So this is interesting. If you guys don't know, cryptocurrency has been crashing on the weekends recently, as well as been, a lot of movement on the weekends altogether. And that's because investors may trade cryptocurrency outside of the work week, allowing for after hours price swings. Fluctuations happen on weekends due to less volume, margin trading, and other factors, experts say. So weekend drops may have significant FX as regulators weigh long-term plans for digital currency. And they say just less trading on the weekends, less volume. When the volume is low, the same trade size can move prices a lot more. And that's definitely true. And obviously, we know that, and that's exactly why we do see some price fluctuations on weekends more than maybe during the week. We also see Bitcoin may have to tumble below 30,000 before major buyers are lured back in, JP Morgan's crypto expert says. I kind of agree with this, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessary. If it goes below $30,000, I think there will be a lot of people jumping in. A lot of people want to buy the dip. There's something about, buying that cheapest price point and to show it off to, your peers, your family, whatever. I bought at this price. This is how much I've made. That's what everyone wants to do. They don't really care about, buying at the mid price point or an average price point. They want to buy at the very low so they can say, I bought at this price. Sorry about your luck. But basically, this just suggests that, we need Bitcoin to drop below 30,000 to get a lot of those investors that are holding off and waiting for that massive dip. And I think that could be true, but I'm not saying it's necessary. I think, if institutions start popping in, we see some more big time investors jumping in, whales continue to buy like they are, we could see, Bitcoin continue on without actually, dipping or dropping below $30,000. So we'll see if that does take place. Like I said, I think, a lot of people are waiting on that $30,000 drop. I don't know if it's going to, specifically happen in the upcoming months or not, but I think we are going to struggle for at least the month of June and probably most of July at the very least. So we'll see if it, by the end of July pushes below 30,000. If it doesn't, I don't know if it'll, be going below 30,000 before Bull Run Part 2. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it and give you guys, updates as we go forward. So this was talking about the Bitcoin upgrade gets enough mining support to activate CoinDesk. So this is pretty cool. Obviously, Bitcoin's Taproot Upgrade, the most anticipated upgrade for the largest cryptocurrency since 2017, has enough mining support to lock in activation, according to Coinbase. So at least 90% of the blocks mined in any of the designated 2-week difficulty periods needed to signal their support for the upgrade for really the activation process to begin. So obviously a great voting kind of process there. 90% is quite a bit that had to, or I guess, has to agree on the upgrade. So Taproot will be really likely to have locked in with more than 99% of blocks signaling decisively in its favor by the time difficulty period ends Sunday. So obviously 99%, you're never going to get 100%. There's always going to be somebody out there either, not knowing what they're doing or, really just trying to be an outlier. So it's pretty great to see, almost 99% of blocks hopefully going to be signaling to do this upgrade. This Taproot upgrade is going to be huge for Bitcoin in cryptocurrency altogether in reality. So very, very cool. And it talks over time, but Taproot's tolling and coding improvements will lead to a better Bitcoin user experience in terms of overall performance and offer privacy improvements to multi-signature technology, privacy software, scaling technology such as the Lightning Network. So CoinDesk, just talking about it here on Bloomberg.com. Let's jump back to the actual Bitcoin price chart here. Still above $37,000, up about 4.55% in the last 24 hours. Definitely a great increase across the board. I think we are going to continue to see, hopefully, coins take off. I think, realistically by the end of July, we definitely could see more of this taking place. But I think we are going to still be in this volatile moment where we do drop back down to 35, 34K before we continue to rise farther. So do remember, guys, we're in a market that's, very hard to predict perfectly. quickly. So just keep that in mind. I'm not giving financial advice when I give my price predictions, so always do your own research before investing. But I do want to say, you know, by the end of July, I think Bitcoin will still be right around a $32,000 to $42,000 range. I don't think it'll break out before the end of July. I think possibly by the end of, June. I was talking about June right there. 32 to 42,000 by the end of June. I think we're still in that manipulation FUD or accumulation stage that we won't break out above, 42,000 specifically. I think we'll be under 42,000 and possibly as low as, 32,000. So we'll keep you guys up to date. But, going into July, that's where I think we have a chance of breaking out late July. So by the end of July, we have a chance of maybe pushing closer and closer, to that $45,000-$46,000 mark. So 46 to 45 will be our price target by the end of July. I don't think it'll be probably achieved, but that's a price target that's reasonable, conservative enough to actually take place. And I will say, by the end of the year or by the end of the bull market, I think Bitcoin still easily pushes closer and closer to about $80,000 to $120,000. So $80,000 to $120,000 still going to be my price target by the end of the year. I think 80,000 definitely very, very conservative, reasonable. 120 a little bit more out there. So I do want to say anywhere within that range makes perfect sense to me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think this is a great upgrade to Bitcoin. It was a big update. And I wanted to really give you guys a brief explanation of my thoughts on the market as well as what's going on with Bitcoin. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave a comment in the description, or I guess in the comment section below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this Bitcoin upgrade to Taproot. Do you guys think this Taproot upgrade is going to be huge? Do you think Bitcoin's going to blast off in which month? Just let me know. Thanks. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video.